Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the National Brain Tumor Society Fort Worth Brain Tumor Walk. I'm Erica Tracy, your MC for this virtual experience, and I'm so excited to be here with you all. Last year, we walked with over 1,000 participants who came together with one common goal in mind: to defeat brain tumors. Together, we raised an incredible $115,000, which went to fuel the mission of the National Brain Tumor Society. An amazing feat, but we are not done yet. Thank you all for sharing this special day with me. This community holds a very special place in my heart. My connection with the National Brain Tumor Society is through my mother, who passed away in 2016 from GBM, glioblastoma multiforme. We were on a Europe trip. We were in Prague, and we were walking around Castle Hill. It was our last day in Europe. My mom turned around and she just looked completely out of sorts. Like she had no idea where we were. She couldn't form a sentence. She couldn't tell me what was going on. I knew something was extremely wrong. The next day we flew home to the United States and got her into the doctor. And the doctor confirmed that she had a tumor the size of a charm. And when they had scheduled her surgery, by the time they went in to remove it, it had grown to the size of a golf ball. So it was pretty big. Within 4 months, with all of the treatments, everything that we tried, unfortunately, we lost her. So this organization is very, very special to me, holds a very special place in my heart, just to find more adequate treatment for people, to find more solutions for people and families that are going through this. I remember just feeling completely helpless when we got the diagnosis. And I just want, obviously, for all of us to find a cure. And so I thank you so much for your support. This is such a great organization with so many amazing people, and together we can make a huge difference. We are truly humbled and grateful as we welcome you to the National Brain Tumor Society Texas family. Today will be a very special, memorable, and inspiring day for all, and it's only the beginning. Today we come together to inspire hope, take action, and unite to fight brain tumors. I would like to thank all of our national sponsors, Novacure and Genentech, for getting involved in today's event. Your support and generosity is invaluable in making this incredible day possible. And don't forget the very special opportunity to amplify your own voice as an advocate for the NBTS. Next, I would like to introduce the North Texas Sweethearts as they entertain us before we dive into our program. So without further ado, here are the North Texas Sweethearts.
hearts. You're such a big part of the Fort Worth Walk, and we can't thank you enough for contributing to this virtually. We so appreciate your support year after year, and the walk wouldn't be the same without your energy. Next, I would like to introduce our event director, Suzanne Isbell.
It is a little sad that we don't get to meet in person, but we will not let COVID-19 distract us from our very important mission. No matter how you're impacted in the brain tumor community, we're here with you and we stand beside you. The National Brain Tumor Society unrelentingly invests in, mobilizes, and unites the community to discover a cure, deliver effective treatments, and advocate for patients and care partners. Thank you once again for joining us. And now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce Kirk Tanner, our Chief Scientific Officer, with some groundbreaking research to discuss with you today. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Suzanne, for the introduction. Also, a big thank you to the entire Fort Worth area brain tumor community for your really outstanding support. I can't emphasize enough how important your support has been and continues to be, and it's even more so in these times, as we advance research and new potential treatments and medicines to brain tumor patients. So I'd like to briefly share with you why this is such an exciting and transformational time for brain tumors research, as we begin to understand and translate the really groundbreaking work in understanding the molecular genetics, as well as the really complex biology and challenges in brain tumors over the past couple of decades. And I think NBTS's flagship programs, Defeat GBM and Defeat Pediatric Brain Tumors, have really provided an excellent foundation for now figuring out how we can take the best ideas, the best assets, and move them forward and test them in brain tumor patients. And we have a new funding program, and it's called Defeat Brain Tumors. And we're really focusing in on the 4 therapeutic classes of drugs that we think are the most right to move to brain tumor patients. And the first of these is called immunotherapies or immuno-oncology approaches. And what these are all about are really harnessing a patient's own immune system, igniting it to attack and kill the brain tumor. And what we're finding is that timing and combinations are really important. The other class that I'm super excited about are a whole stable of molecules and drugs that are called DNA damage repair inhibitors. And there are already approved drugs in this space, and other ones that are working their way through development. And there's really great rationale for brain tumors. But the key is to really bring together a consortium to really bring all the right experts together and then efficiently and translate these to patients and do it time and again to have a sustainable new drugs for brain tumor patients. Another area that's really starting to emerge is in tumor metabolism and looking for metabolic codependencies. And NBTS is right at the forefront of this. And really, this is all about trying to find the Achilles heel of brain tumors. And it turns out that brain tumors and GBMs and other types are really addicted to cholesterols and other fats. And so it's really about figuring out how to exploit this and target it. And then finally, there's a class of drugs that are precision medicine. And that is really to focus in on the specific mutations that a patient has, and then to really pick out the appropriate drugs, use biomarkers, and really have an efficient delivery and development of these targeted therapies. So thanks again for all of your support and being a part of the team. I'm really honored and humbled to work with each and every one of you, and I look forward to further conversations. So have a good day. And now I'll hand it over to our MC, Erica. Erica, it's all yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirk. I would now like to introduce our 2020 Survivor speaker, Melanie Gray.
Hello. I'm super excited to be able to share this with you. It's truly a blessing and an honor to do so. I'm Melanie, and I get to tell you a little bit of my story. It began in 2009, and at the time, my children were 4, 6, and 11 years old, and my husband worked 60 hours a week. I was extremely sick one morning, and my husband called into work to take me to the local emergency room. There, I was diagnosed with a mass on my brain. That's all they told me. They sent me by ambulance to another hospital that was 2.5 hours away, where they were better equipped to handle my situation. We found out later that the tumor was an astrocytoma grade 2. It was primarily located in the cerebellum, but it was also affecting the brainstem. Over a span of 7 years, I've had 5 brain surgeries, and 3 of those I've had to relearn how to walk. The 5th and final surgery was the toughest. Learning to rewalk was very, very challenging, but I know that my faith is what's carried me through every single step of the way. And without my faith, I truly don't think that I would be sitting here today. And I want to encourage each and every one of you that no matter what you're going through and no matter what you're facing or how difficult things look or how grim things seem to be, you're not alone. And I just want to encourage you in that.
Thank you, Melanie, for sharing your story and reminding us that we're not alone in this fight. You're an incredible testament to strength. I'm Aaliyah Mainzer, one of the planning committee members for the Fort Worth Brain Tumor Walk. I walk in honor of my dad, Robert McIntyre. At the age of 11, I lost my dad after a 6-year battle with brain cancer. I'm thankful for my innocence at the age of 5 and not understanding what the glioblastoma diagnosis meant. The 6 months he was given to live turned into 6 years with the help of surgeries, clinical trials, radiation, and chemotherapy. Looking back now as a mother of 3, this has given me the utmost appreciation for my family and the time I'm able to spend with them. It means a lot to me to volunteer each year to help with the planning of this walk. Now I would like to share our team shout out and Tree of Hope. The tree signifies who we walk in honor of. We started this tradition a few years ago where we come together to reflect and write down on the tree who we walk for.
Thank you, Aaliyah. and thank you again to all for being here today and coming together with the National Brain Tumor Society to help raise awareness and vital funds to support the discovery of a cure. Please don't forget to share your experiences and photos with us on social media. Hashtag Fort Worth Brain Tumor Walk. That's FT. Whether you use Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, just be sure to share. At this time, I would like to invite Shannon Bruce and all members of Sharing Hope to join us.
All right, thank you, Erica. As Erica probably mentioned, my name is Shannon Bruce, and I am the co-captain. This year, I have a co-captain. My sister is Kimberly Albro, and she is the co-captain. This is my husband, Russell Bruce, and we have the team Sharing Hope. And I have many of my team members on here because we wanted to share in giving this award. So I have my daughter on here, my parents are on here, and several friends. So there they are.
Hi.
As many of you know, I had surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation to rid me of the cancerous tumor. What an incredible gift. More years to spend with my family and friends. But I figured there had to be more to it than that. I believe that with my successful treatment came great responsibility. Every day, people are being diagnosed with a brain tumor, and they are faced with the same uncertainties that I faced. I believe it's my responsibility to give them hope, the hope that I found through faith, family, friends, and amazing medical care. And that is why I began the Sharing Hope team, and we walked our first year in 2007. That was the year that I had my surgery and began my treatment of radiation and chemotherapy. And we have been walking every year since. We have raised over $230,000, and we've done pretty good this year, but we hope to even get more within this next few days after the walk as well. So we're here today to announce the recipient of the Sharing Hope Visionary Award. Our vision, the vision for our team is to simply share hope. And we have found that hope, as I said before, through faith, number one, friends, and family. And so those of you who are maybe just being diagnosed or just facing this in the beginning stages, we want, there is hope out there. Keep your faith, keep your family and friends close, and just keep on sharing that hope with others, because as you give, it will come back to you. As you show gratitude, it will come back to you. So our award says Sharing Hope Visionary Award, fighting the battle together with faith and courage, because we believe in sharing hope. And it was difficult for us to make this decision. Several of us on the team read through every team's story and looked at what we were looking for, which is a team that shared our vision. And we had 3 that we narrowed it down to. But then in the end, the one we want to give it to this year is Team Continuing the Fight for Josh.
Yay!
So that team is in honor of Josh Rogers. His brother Jeff Rogers is the team captain. And what really touched us about this team is when Josh was diagnosed with a brain tumor, this walk was really special to him. And he walked for 2 years with his family and friends in this walk. And the 3rd year, he was not able to walk. He was in a wheelchair. And his brother, Jeff, pushed him because he refused to miss the event. He wanted to be there. So his brother pushed him in the chair for that walk. And that just really touched our hearts. And then the last year was the first year that they walked in his memory. And so this year is the 2nd year, and we're just so pleased that they are coming back for another year, and we hope they will keep coming back, because that's what it's about. It's keep on sharing that hope and passing it to others. So congratulations to continue. And Jeff, I'm seeing you next year, hopefully face to face. And again, thank you. I believe. All right. So one more round of applause for that team. Congratulations. Now allow me to introduce the CEO of the National Brain Tumor Society, David Ahrens. Back to you, David.
Thank you, Fort Worth. Thank you, Texas. Thank you for all you've done to help support this event. You've been inspiring today, together helping us raise awareness, to support, to fight for a cure through National Brain Tumor Society. Sincere thank you to all those who have been fundraising during this terrible pandemic. We all know we're all in it together. This year has been brutal. It's been really hard on all of us. This pandemic is a crisis, but as you know, a brain tumor diagnosis is also a crisis. And by you stepping up, you fundraising during these hard times and helping provide resources so that National Brain Tumor Society can turn back around and help families in need by helping them provide patient support, navigation to get to those doctor's appointments, to help them know where the specialists are, to know where the clinical trials are, is really amazing. And you've helped us do that, help hundreds and thousands of families already this year who are struggling. You've also supported cutting edge research. Just in the last 2 years, you've helped fund research that has given us new strategies to unlock immunotherapy, has helped us realize that we can bring a whole new class of drugs to help brain tumor patients. We just need to now do the clinical trials to evaluate them. And thanks to you, we've been able to advocate for more dollars than ever before from the federal government to apply towards brain tumors, brain cancer. Thanks to you, we're making a difference. And it's going to propel NBTS to be strong going into 2021 with that kind of focused agenda on finding treatments, helping people, and improve our healthcare. Now, I want to just say thank you to all the teams, all the sponsors, all the event leaders. You've been absolutely amazing. And so before we conclude, we invite you to unite with us, to come together and stay and be a part of something very important. That's our Remembrance Ceremony, where we get to remember and honor loved ones in the community. And this is going to be presented to you by our volunteer leader, Hannah Bott. Hannah, thank you so much. And thank you to the whole Texas community.
Welcome, and thank you for being a part of this private ceremony to remember and honor those that we've lost too soon to a brain tumor. My name is Hannah, and I've been a part of the walk committee for the past 4 years, and I'm proud to be a part of the Texas brain tumor community. I'm going to miss seeing you guys this year. I'm going to miss cheering you guys on at the finish line and hearing your stories and connecting with you. But I'm so glad that we can still fight together virtually. We're all here for someone, to walk in memory or in honor of someone. And I walk in memory of my stepdad, David. David was one of the most loving and caring human beings I have ever known, and he loved me unconditionally. But unfortunately, in January of 2016, David was diagnosed with glioblastoma, and he passed just 2 months after that diagnosis. I kept believing we were going to have more time, and I kept telling him things like, David, when you start to feel better, we're going to do all of these wonderful things, like go to IHOP and have our favorite pancakes, and we'll go to the zoo and have races. I'll put Mia in her stroller, and you can be in your wheelchair, and we're just going to race. It's going to be fun. But that time was cut really, really short, and we didn't get all those opportunities. So being a part of the National Brain Tumor Society and the Fort Worth Walk allows me the opportunity to hopefully give another family more time and more memories. This walk has had a presence in the Fort Worth community for a long time, and many of you have been with this walk since the very beginning. So I really want to thank you for that. I was supposed to share a poem with you guys today, but upon my search, looking for the perfect words, I actually found it in the most unique of places, from a wise old bear named Winnie the Pooh, who said, if ever there is a tomorrow when we're not together, there is something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. But the most important thing is, even if we're apart, I will always be with you. I want to take a moment of silence for those that we have lost. We will continue to fight for you. Thank you again for being a part of the Fort Worth Brain Tumor Walk, and we hope to see you guys next year.